There's a certain kind of person. You put them in a room with a stranger and say, go ahead and mingle, and their soul quietly leaves their body. They don't hate people, they don't lack social skills, but the moment someone says, nice weather we're having, or so, what do you do? Something inside them just shuts off. It's not shyness, it's not anxiety, it's a genuine, bone-deep aversion to exchanging words that mean absolutely nothing. If that is you, if you've ever stood at a party nodding along to a conversation about traffic or the weekend while mentally screaming inside your own head, you're not rude, you're not broken. Your brain is literally wired differently. Most people use small talk as a social lubricant. It's a low-stakes way to establish safety. I'm not a threat, you're not a threat, let's talk about the rain. But your brain skips the lubricant entirely. It wants to go straight to the engine. Psychologists call this a meaningful conversation preference, and it's linked to something deeper, a brain structure that prioritizes depth over breadth. In studies using fMRI scans, people who dislike small talk show heightened activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for deep processing, meaning-making, and complex thought. Your brain isn't avoiding connection, it's just refusing to connect on the lowest possible frequency. But here is where it gets really interesting. This isn't just a personality quirk, it's often a sign of high sensory processing sensitivity. Your nervous system picks up more data from every single interaction. The tone beneath the words, the micro-expressions, the energy in the room. Small talk isn't just boring to you, it's exhausting. Because while the other person is saying, crazy weather, huh? Your brain is simultaneously processing. They're uncomfortable, they're performing, they don't actually care about the weather, why are we doing this? It's like being forced to read a children's book when you're holding an entire novel in your head. What feels like a social handicap is actually just a sign that your brain is running more complex software. But here is what nobody tells you. Hating small talk can be incredibly lonely because the world runs on it. First dates, networking events, the break room at work, the hairdresser's chair, it's the social glue that holds casual society together. And when you can't participate without feeling like you're acting in a play you didn't audition for, you start to feel like an outsider. You watch people bond effortlessly over absolutely nothing, and you wonder why that nothing feels so heavy to you. That isolation is real. You're not imagining it. Now look, some people avoid small talk for a darker reason, social anxiety that makes any interaction feel like a threat, past experiences of being mocked when they tried to go deep too soon, that deep fear that if they show their real self, they'll be rejected. And for them, the hatred of small talk isn't a preference, it's a shield. So it's important to ask yourself, do you crave deeper conversations and just can't find them? Or do you use I hate small talk as an excuse to avoid connection entirely? Because one is a hunger for more, the other is hiding from any. But for those who genuinely ache for depth in a shallow world, you're not missing out. You're just starving at a buffet of breadsticks, waiting for a meal that never comes. Here is the reframe. The people who changed the world, the artists, the scientists, the thinkers, they didn't sit around discussing the humidity. They went deep. They found their people in the corners of parties, having the one conversation that actually mattered. Your brain isn't broken. It's just calibrated for a frequency that most people have forgotten how to tune into. So, what do? You stop apologizing for it. You learn the small talk script just enough to survive, yes, the weather, the job, the weekend, and then you gently, kindly steer the ship towards deeper water. You ask, what's something you're excited about right now, instead of, what do? And you watch. Some people will blink and change the subject, but a few will light up, and those are your people. If this felt like someone finally put words to a feeling you have carried around for years, tell me in the comments, what is the one small talk question that makes you want to disappear? I'll go first. Any fun plans for the weekend? And if you want to understand why your brain craves depth in a world addicted to noise, the actual neuroscience of why you think differently than everyone around you, that's what the next video is about. Click right here. It's the one that will finally make you feel understood. I'll see you over there.